Well, you're looking at homes and you are thinking, should you get one with all the bells and whistles, or should you get a house that's a fixer-upper? What's going on, ladies and gents in Cyberland? Coming back with another educational real estate video, and this time we're going to talk about... Shoot, what are we talking about? What are we talking about? We are talking about... Oh, yeah, that's right. We are talking about you are looking for a home with your realtor and you're deciding, should I get a house with all the bells and whistles, or should I get a house that's a fixer-upper? Well, so let's think about that. I'm going to be really straightforward with this. A house with all the bells and whistles, aka tankless water heater, air conditioning, plumbing's good, electrical's good, roof is good, the whole house is good, neighborhood's good, good schools, has a pool, has everything you're asking for, all the bells and whistles. Cool. But that's going to cost you $800,000. Fixer-upper. House needs painting, floors aren't all that great looking, kitchen needs to be remodeled, the bathrooms need to be remodeled, and it doesn't have air conditioning. And it's $500,000. $800,000, $500,000. All the bells and whistles, missing stuff that probably needs to be up to code. Or not up to code, but it doesn't have everything the $800,000 house has to offer. Well, that's where now you need to make a decision, because most of the things I mentioned are cosmetic. It's not, it has to have these things. It's just like, it's more of like, what can you do with or without? So, fixer-upper, it's really what you want to go, because if you can afford an $800,000 house, do you want to do that? Or would you rather just fix it up? Now, with fixing it up, this is what you're going to come with. Do you have a contractor that can do the job? A professional one, certified, not just somebody who just picked up a screwdriver and said, hey, I can fix that. Are you willing to deal with what's going to come with that? Meaning you have to go through selecting what you want for the house, the amount of time it's going to take, making sure you have the funds to make sure that this is going to go through. Are you willing to do that? You're saving money. That's it. And then the cost. Is it going to cost $300,000 to do all these fix-ups, whereas you can just buy the $800,000 home? The other thing, consider the electrical, what it's going to cost, the plumbing, what it's going to cost if there's issues with that, the roofing, just everything about the house. That the $800,000 house has everything good. $500,000 house doesn't. So if you're trying to save money, how do you want to go about it? Things to consider. Now, cosmetic is cosmetic. It's not the most important thing. What is important is, do you have mold? Do you have a leaky roof? Is the foundation jacked up? Is there electrical or plumbing problems? Those are important for a fixer-upper and what it's going to cost to fix those things. If the cost is way too great to where you have to come out of pocket for that too much, I wouldn't advise doing that unless you're investing. Because that's just, that's a lot of work. And if you have the money for $800,000 home, but you're trying to save because you'd rather just buy the fixer-upper, understand what comes with doing that then. $800,000 home, less headache. You move in, it's turnkey ready. Move in, put everything away, enjoy yourself. Fixer-upper, not turnkey ready, and you now have to deal with people to get things done, make sure they're getting done on time. It's a lot more of a fucking headache. It really is. Even if you hire a professional, there could be hiccups. There could be especially with COVID, how, things are not coming in so much. Like, there's been shortages and stuff. What if you need parts for your plumbing and Home Depot or Lowe's, they don't have it because they're short because of the shortages? What are you going to do? Those are things to consider. Do you want to have to wait longer for your house to be turnkey ready because of that? You're trying to save money, but you got to factor in, is saving money worth the type of aggravation you might have to deal with? And only you can decide that as the person that's doing it. Me personally, I would take the $800,000 home because I've been in the situation of dealing with people that are not the best at the time. And I've seen the aggravation it's caused my family, myself. I've seen both ends of where it's better, where it's having a turnkey ready home. It's just better. However, even keep in mind, even with a turnkey, there might be some type of issue. No house is perfect, so don't think you're just going to walk into just 100%. We're not 100% perfect people, so no house is going to be 100% perfect, no matter what you do. Always going to have something. However, less aggravation with that $800,000 home than with the fixer-upper. Especially when you got a family. Especially when kids got to be in school. You got to be at work. Those are all the things you have to factor in. Turnkey ready, we move in, that's it. Everybody's got the room, boom, 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 boom. Fixer-upper, roof is leaking. Well, we can't move in until the roof is repaired. Cockroaches, vermin. Well, we can't. I don't want to bring my family into this, so we need to fumigate. That's going to take a while. So where are we going to stay? Still got to go to work. Still got to do this. What if you don't have family to stay with? See what I'm saying? Or what if you're renting and your lease agreement says you can't just get out of lease agreement without having to pay this money or have an issue? So how do you want to go about that? Those are things to consider too. You got to be aware of because some people will have that too. So turnkey, saving money on a fixer-upper. It just comes down to the threshold of what you're willing to put up with, aggravation and such. It makes a huge difference. Now, don't get me wrong, having a fixer-upper is a great experience too because you're leaving your mark on this house. You had these things done. This is your house. This isn't something that somebody did. You selected the floors. You selected the layout. You selected the color of the walls. You selected everything down to the T that needed to be done. But at the same time, it takes time for those things to have to be done. Construction with homes can take anywhere from 6 to 9 months, depending on the severity of what it is. And don't get me wrong, with a fixer-upper, there might be some stuff you come across that may not have been planned. And it may not even be a monetary thing. It's just going to take more time to get things done because of this error or this problem that wasn't available before. Turnkey, you ain't got to deal with that. I'm not trying to push you guys towards saying get a turnkey home. I'm just trying to tell you that these are the things that you're going to come across when you're making your decision on how you want to proceed. Now, some of you may not be able to get an $800,000 home, a turnkey. You have to get a fixer-upper. Okay, well, then you have to narrow down to how many things are you willing to have to fix as opposed to things that you already want to be working. That's, again, with negotiation for credits and stuff when you're trying to buy a home. Or when the inspection comes, if there's too many things that there's a problem with, then that's not a home for you and go get something else. Those are things you have to consider because not all homes are created equal. Some homes have bigger issues than others. So with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.